Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are looking at Bitcoin on a daily time frame. And keep in mind today that already pre-market is starting to poke up about 100 more points than it was last night. So things are looking like we might be poking up into the open and possibly rolling over after. So please be aware. On Bitcoin, right now, volume is basically nothing to the downside. So a little bit of a buy will make a big splash in the market. As you can see, we are just going sideways after we had our little drop. If we start closing hourly or 4 hours, sorry, above 16.9, I would be looking immediately for the price to go tapping into that $17,000 for resistance. If we can get a close above 17.2, 17.3 on 4 hour, I would be looking for the next level of resistance going into 17.6, 17.7. Those levels are active and primed today, so keep an eye out for that. Right now, yeah, we have a little bit of bullishness coming off from the bottom, but more than likely, our first target will be around 16,900 and change, basically 17K to 17,100. And if we can hold that level above, we can look for higher. But if we get rejected there, it makes sense for us to go test support again around 16.5 or 15.8, whichever it needs to go to. Let me go to a 4 hour here. Sorry, it's like 5 in the morning, guys, so I apologize for very quiet. On the 4 hour, you could also see the volume is basically nothing. So every time volume goes to the downside and then we start seeing volume, you see this volume candle start picking up. So you get that big tap up. So right now, volume is to the sideways, almost up. And now we're starting to see buys. So buys, we can hopefully get as high as 17. But at least 16.9 to see if we can get a 4 hour open and close above it. If we get that, then we could look for that 17. And then after 17, we could look for, 17.4. Once we get 17.3 and 17.4, a 4 hour above it, we can look for much, much higher levels. Another thing I wanted to point out is that all the EMAs are under the 200 EMA, and then we're using the 21 as a resistance. So until we can actually claim above the 16.9, it's all going to be lower high scenarios coming. So be prepared for that on Bitcoin. Let's go take a quick look at Ethereum. Before I do that, let's just quickly go to the weekly. So Bitcoin weekly, you can see last week we had a very sharp rejection. This one right here, this huge wick rejection was bearishly engulfing. This week we're opening. More than likely we might even test into 69.17, but it looks like it's possible rollover for testing much lower into the support like 16 to 15.8. So just be prepared for something like this. It does not look like we're just gonna just go to the moon yet. It looks like a little bit of sideways consolidation on a weekly time frame is warranted. If we do start closing the weekly above 17.6, then yeah, the next target will be around 19.5. So that's a good news apparently. Let's go take a look at ETH now. ETH on the weekly is also doing the same thing. We are basically under the EMA on the 21 opening and closing, and under the lowest EMA. It's just looking like this is like 2017 rolling bottom situation where everyone thought that we were gonna uh like hold the support, but what happened was it broke down and it actually capitulated very, very deep in the pain. It hurt a lot of people, so something like that is setting up over here, and I just don't want to forget the pain last time. And I have a short hedge. I have a long hedge. I took profit. I was short yesterday. I will add to my short again. It's from like 1180.90, and my long is from 1160. So I'm pretty much hedged. Going to the daily, and you can see as the weekly is going down, we have almost no volume. So it's like the possibility of a pump is coming is there. It's just like looking at it without that like hope just shows that it's not that strong. Right now, like we are putting in support above that previous support, but we need to hold our 4 hour closes at least above 1180. Any closes under 1180 is just a risk to downside. And then as soon as we get the 1180 actually like broken through and we can confirm that it's resistance, the next level of support is going to be like $1,000 on ETH, and that psychological thousand is probably going to break for much lower, like 600-ish. So be ready for that break. It's going to be quick. It's going to take the money and then it's going to ride on up. And that's if we don't poke up into New York Open first and just hurting a lot of shorts, just like rally up. Because right now, pre-market is doing decent. And that has yet to look like it carried over onto crypto. So yeah, I'm going to take a quick peek at Dixie before we leave. Let's just look at this real quick. ETH on the 4 hour. There go my chickens. Yeah, it's trying to hold above this previous, left area for support, but it's very possible it can roll over. The good thing is the volume is to the end, and we're starting to get buys, so we can float on up. We're so close to breaking this resistance to the top. It's been trying and trying and trying over here at like 1195, 1200. Once we have 4 hours above 1200, I'd be like just looking for a quick move to like 1225-ish, 1230 and then seeing if we find some resistance. If not, we can get as high as like 1260, 1280, and then climbing there, we can go even higher, like 1360, 1380. So level by level by level. If we lose this level here, 1180 with 4 hour opening closes, I'm looking for it to maybe get a tap to 1150, but more than likely 1080 and 1000 even, and then I'm looking for like 600. So level by level on ETH as well, guys. Right. Let's go quickly to the weekly and peek at Dixie. All right, so here's Dixie actually looking like it pushed away from our alert that we had to the downside, which is very interesting because as this goes to the downside, equities are rising right now in pre-market, but our crypto assets are looking like sideways and down. I would change that bearish bias looking at Dixie going to the downside. Um, right now, this week looks like we're testing that wick to the downside. It looks like it's gonna test it, and if we can hold it, great. If we lose it, then we could go lower to 101. I'm gonna go to another time frame like a daily. Yeah. So this formation looks like it's coming through. Just taking a little bit of time. We were trying to hold this level of support and the fib and go sideways for a bullish divergence. It's forming, but we're gonna look like we're gonna take at least another day of going sideways and testing this low before we have a close, and then the next day we can look for an up. Another thing is this close on daily, you're about to get the death cross. So today's close is important, and ideally they don't want the death cross to happen, and price should be closing above it. If we close the daily underneath it and open the daily underneath it, we should be looking for a deeper push down here before we come back up. And that is what I'm looking for on Dixie, guys. Um, be very careful. Today, if you're not in a trade and you don't know what to do, you can wait, let markets open, let it get to a level of either the resistance or the support, and take your trade accordingly. Other than that, just be chill. Tomorrow might be a better day for you because today a lot of people don't really know where we were going, but yeah, all the news of the global banks, the central banks are out, so there shouldn't be too much um, hesitation to enter the market if they want, and there won't be hesitation for them to sell if they want. I just don't see anyone making any big moves into the last week of the year because a lot of the people are probably already gone for the holidays. And a lot of times they don't come back until after New Year, like January 3rd. So it's time to get ready for low environment price action and low volume environment price action. And yeah, aside from that, guys, I'm going to be busy throughout the morning today, but I'll be on my Discord. So if you guys need me, DM me on the Discord. I will try to come back later and follow up on the markets. If you would like to DM me on the Discord and haven't joined us on the Discord already, please feel free to join the link to the Discord server in the description of this video below. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. If I see something that hasn't been answered already, I will make it a note to answer it in the next video. If you need an immediate answer, feel free to join me on the Discord. Last but not least, if you haven't already joined, please like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications so you guys get these real-time updates. And yeah, aside from that, guys, just have a happy Monday morning, and we'll see you guys later. Trade carefully and talk to you soon. Bye bye.